Hello, fifth graders. Today we are going to focus on simplifying fractions. And this seems to be one of the things that some of the students seem to get a little bit confused on. So I hope that this lesson could help clarify how to simplify fractions. So one thing I want to ask you is, when do we simplify fractions? Well, we usually need to simplify fractions when we complete our problem and when we're asked to put the answer in the simplest form. So when you're done doing all of your work, that's when you're supposed to put it in simplest form. However, there are times that we take a fraction out of simplest form in order to work with it. So some examples of that would be when you're adding fractions that you need to find equivalent fractions and using a common denominator. So you may take two simplified fractions and turn them into unsimplified fractions just so that you can add or subtract them. Another example would be when we're multiplying mixed numbers, which we haven't covered on how to do that yet, but you will also be taking something out of simplest form in order to be able to work with it. So now let's review what simplest form means. So, a fraction in which 1 is the only number that can be divided evenly into the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so all of these fractions right here, 3/4, 1/8, 32/33, and 2 5/6 are all examples of fractions written in simplest form. So you could see that only 1 can go into 3 and only 1 could go into 4. Only 1 could go into both of these numbers. There's no other number that you could divide into 3 and into 4 evenly. Just like with this one right here, the only number that could go into both of them is 1. Okay, so that's basically the main thing that you have to ask yourself when you're looking at a fraction to see if it's in simplest form or not. The other definition that I would like to cover too is, what is a mixed number? A mixed number is a number that's represented by a whole number and a fraction. So right here we have 1 is my whole number and 1/2 is my fraction. So 1 and 1/2 is a mixed number. Just like 5 and 5/7 right here is a mixed number because you have a whole number component and you have a fractional component right there. And 16 and 2/11 is also a mixed number because we have a whole number and a fraction. Another term that I would like to talk about is an improper fraction. Now, improper fraction is when you have a fraction in which the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, so if you see that this top number here is larger than the bottom number, then that's an improper fraction. Okay, so this 15 is larger than the 5, that's improper, and this 4 is larger than the 3, so that's improper as well. Also, if you have a fraction that it's equal to, the numerator is equal to the denominator, such as 7/7, that's also technically an improper fraction. Okay, so now we are going to practice, and I'm going to give you a fraction, and you are going to tell me if it's simplified or not simplified. And if it's not simplified, we are going to simplify it. Okay, so just so you know, an improper fraction is not simplified, and you do have to turn it back into a mixed number. So here is our first fraction, 2/3. You need to let me know if this is simplified or not simplified. Now remember, what you're asking yourself is, can any number besides 1 go evenly into 2 and into 3? Okay, go ahead and select your answer. If you selected simplified, you are correct. It is simplified because only 1 can go into 2 and 3. There's no other number that could go into there. There's no other factors. All right, good job. Okay, now for the next fraction, we have 7/8 right here. Okay, can you tell me, is this number simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and select your answer. If you said that this is simplified, you are correct. This is simplified because there's no other number besides 1 that could go into both 7 and into 8. Good job, guys. Okay, now for this one. We have 6/18 or 6/18. Can you tell me if this number is simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and select the correct answer. Okay, if you said it was not simplified, you are correct. So if you think about both of these numbers, what number can go into both 6 and into 18 evenly? Okay, so you could see here I wrote down all the factors for 6 and I wrote down all the factors for 18. And as you could see, the factors for 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. And the factors for 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So now we have to ask ourselves, which ones do they have in common? And I will go ahead and circle those. So as you could see, the factors that they have in common are 2, 3, and 6. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the 6 because it's the largest factor, and I'll simplify it quicker that way. So you could see over here I have taken 6 and I'm dividing it by 6, and I'm going to take 18 and divide it by 6, and that will give me, let's see, 1/3. Okay, so 6/18 is simplified to 1/3. That is an equivalent fraction, and this is the simplest form of 6/18. Okay, now for the next one. Is 7/11 or 7/11 simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and select your answer. Okay, if you said that it was simplified, you are correct. There is no other number besides 1 that could go into 7 and 11. Okay. Okay, for the next one, we have 44/77. Is this simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and select your answer. If you chose not simplified, you are correct. If you look at both of these numbers, you should be able to see that both of them have a factor of 11. So we could divide both of these numbers by 11. So I'll go ahead and go straight to that step. Okay, so you can see I'm taking 44 and dividing it by 11 and 77 by 11, and that turns out to be 4/7. And that is my fraction in simplest form. Okay, so I'm going to change up my numbers a bit. Now I'm going to use fractions that are greater than 1. Okay, so as you can see here, what we have is a mixed number because we have a whole number and a fractional part. Okay, so is this mixed number simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and put in your answer. If you said simplified, you are correct. This is simplified because when you look at the fractional part here, no other factor can go into 1 and 3 evenly besides 1. Okay, here we have another fraction that is also greater than 1, and when you look at this, you should be able to recognize that this is an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So, with that being said, is this simplified or not simplified? Go ahead and put your answer. Okay, if you said not simplified, you are correct. Let's review how to go ahead and simplify this and change it back into a mixed number. So what we need to do is we need to divide the denominator into the numerator. Divide the bottom into the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up right now. So I'm going to draw my little box, and I'm going to put the numerator into the box here, and the denominator goes on the outside. And I'm going to go ahead and divide this to figure out what my mixed number is. So 3 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract that and we have 2. Now, when we do the fractional part, this remainder here is always the numerator, and the denominator is the divisor. So what we have is 2 2/3 is the same thing as 8/3, but this is the simplified form. Okay, so what we have here is 3 6/5. Okay, so looks like a mixed number. We have to look at the whole thing to be able to make our decision. 3 6/5. So I want you to be able to tell me, is this simplified or not simplified? Okay, if you said not simplified, you are correct. The reason why it's not simplified is because of the 6/5 part, the fractional part, is actually an improper fraction in there. So we have to go ahead and get this out of a improper fraction into a mixed number for it to be in its simplest form. Okay, so now I'm going to take that 6/5 and go ahead and simplify that portion. So I'm going to take the numerator of 6 and divide it by the denominator. Remember, you divide the bottom into the top. Okay, so 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract that, and remember, the remainder is the numerator and the denominator is the divisor. So this is 1 1/5. However, we have to add it to this 3 now. So if you add 3 plus 1 1/5, what are you going to get? Okay, so you are going to get, where should I write this? 4 1/5 is the same thing as 3 6/5, but now this is simplified. Okay, let's look at this one right here. We have 3 8/8. And I want you to look at this number and tell me if it is simplified or not simplified. Okay? Go ahead and select your answer. If you said it was not simplified, you are correct. And the reason why is because the 8/8 is not simplified, and that's another way of saying 1, right? Any number over itself equals 1. So if this equals 1 right here, then basically what you have is 3 plus 1, and that equals 4. So 4 is the simplified version of 3 8/8. Okay, you guys, this is my last one. You guys are doing great. I want you to tell me if this number is simplified or not simplified. Go ahead and select your answer. And if you said it is not simplified, you are correct. We have a number that has the numerator is greater than the denominator, so that is not simplified. We have to turn this improper fraction into a mixed number. Okay, so I'm going to take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. And so 81 divided by 9 is simply 9, and 9 is the answer. All right, you guys, thank you, and I hope that I made simplifying fractions a little bit more simpler for you. Have a great day.